Happy Wednesday, my friend. It is Shaina here, excited to be here and really get going. For a few months, I was hosting group coaching calls where you got the opportunity to get some quick coaching by me on any topic of your choice. Not only did you guys find those calls helpful, but I too found those calls to be rather insightful. It gave me a deeper look into what you are all struggling with the most. Now, one of the biggest themes I noticed on those calls was your need to know how you were going to achieve your goals. The A to Z process all laid out, the start to finish blueprint. So that's what I really want to dive into today. Let's go. So the problem that I see with a lot of people in setting goals, especially bigger goals, is they have a goal and then they obsess and overthink their way to how they'll achieve this goal. How am I going to do this? How can I make this work? What am I going to do? What steps will I take? There's this need to know all the steps before taking any action. So then what happens is they get caught in analysis paralysis, the overwhelm of the big picture, and don't do anything at all. Now, of course, the only thing we can't do to get what we want is to sit still. But that's what so many of us do, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, my friends, that you won't know the how until you get the result you want. In other words, you discover the how by trial and error and failing forward. You do something, you try something, it doesn't work, you learn from it, and you do something different. That is how you figure out the how. What a lot of people do is they try to think up the perfect plan, the careful steps to achieving their goals, because A, it's their way of procrastinating and justifying standing still and not taking action. B, it's their way of avoiding failure because they think if they have the fail-proof system in place, it'll just work and they won't have to experience any discomfort along the way. C, it's their way of making the unknown known. If I just have the how figured out, I'll know what to expect every minute of every hour, and this change won't be so scary. Or D, they don't believe in themselves and their goal hard enough. So they rely on the plan to provide them the results versus their own capability and strength in producing the results no matter how many times the plan fails. Guys, if you're obsessing over the how, you're doing it wrong. Trust me. We cannot avoid failure. Failure is literally the way to getting the results we want. So no plan in our mind, no matter how thought out or grand, will prevent us from failing. You must know and accept that failing is just a part of the package. And your job is to be willing to fail, learn from the failures, and manage your mind as you continue along. Because the problem with attaching to the how is that when it doesn't work the first time around, we think, oh shoot, it didn't work, the plan failed, game over. No, the game has just begun. Here's how to approach your goal without attaching to the how. Number one, clearly define what it is that you want. What's the goal? What's the result you want to achieve? Number two, you must fully believe in this goal and your ability to achieve it. Because if you're obsessing over the how, it is a sure sign that you do not believe hard enough. Number three, once you believe hard enough, you take inspired, massive action toward it. What action step are you being called to do right now in the moment? What task can you complete and commit to right now? Go do that. Number four, you want to look at the results of the action. What worked? What didn't work? What can you do better? What can you try next? What task can you complete next? When you're not attached to the how and something fails, it's not a big deal. You don't make it mean anything because you know that you will get to where you want to go, right? Because you have that strong belief in place. That just wasn't the way. You say, okay, that didn't work. No big deal. I guess that's not how I made the $1 million. That's not how I signed my first 5 clients. I guess it was some other way. On to the next strategy. When you decide this is what I want and you believe in yourself, then all your energy comes together and you start opening yourself up to the next step and the step after that and the step after that. When you're looking in your mind for the how and your forced agenda, you close yourself off completely to this energy. I talk to so many people who want to turn their passion into a profit, and they come to me freaking out about the how. Oh my God, how will I make money? How will this thing support me? How will I get customers? And what happens is, I see it all the time, by analyzing the how, it stops them from doing the one thing that will make them money. They're not coaching or cooking or painting or writing or whatever the thing is that adds value to the world and will ultimately make them money, right? Guys, you gotta be willing to just sit your butt down and do the thing you love. Coach that person, cook that meal, paint, write a page of the book, and see where it takes you. Seeing where that inspired action leads you, one step after the other. That, my friend, is the space you want to be in. Now what I want you to do is think about the result you want, okay? And then I want you to think about one reason you don't have it. One sentence why you don't have it. If it's not taking action, name the action. Or maybe it's I don't believe in myself hard enough. Or I'm scared I'll fail. What is the one thought that's preventing you from taking the action or believing in yourself hard enough? That, my friend, is where your work is, not the how, not the drawn out map of how you'll get from here to there, because that map will fail you, but the belief in yourself won't. You'll always be led to what to do in the moment when you believe hard enough and when you fail. When that plan fails, you'll know, okay, what next? Instead of crumbling alongside it. And on a final note here, if you want to get to that next level, make 6 figures, be a full-time artist, own your own business, complete that novel, you must be willing to let go of who you are, all that familiar stuff, and embrace the unknown that change inevitably brings forth. In other words, you won't know the how or what lies ahead of you because it's something you've never done before. Of course it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary sometimes because it's different from what you're used to. But that's okay. You don't need to know the how because, again, the belief in yourself and your goal will keep you trekking forward, taking action and risk out in the world, and not making failure mean anything but another step closer. Okay, my friend, that is it for today. Thank you so much for listening. For those of you enrolled in Recess, you can find your worksheets for this video in your membership site. The link is down below. See you next Wednesday. Bye.